All right. It is recording. That was a fun morning today. Really fun. As there's lots of activity, but well, I didn't get anything. Nothing that's set up for me, but lots of activity otherwise. Anyways, who said AMD?
It was me.
There you go. Let's go. Yeah, something just happened. That broke out violently. Looks like wood news, probably with that kind of breakout. But anyways, the setup was quite decent. 1 minute setup. 30 minute, yeah, decent little pull down consolidation, break through what was resistance. Obviously, no retest, just going. Let's see. I don't know. This looks like somebody said something
I checked
back in
news. I
the.
couldn't find it. I didn't have a guts to take it because there was no retest, and it was
Hmm.
for me chasing it. If I would jump on it, it was chasing. I don't like chasing. I usually get burned when I chase.
Yes. You don't want to chase. That's a very good thing that you have identified what is chasing and what is not. Then you know when not to do it. So good, man. Yeah, don't chase it. Wait for it. It'll come. The market is abundant. There's always opportunities everywhere.
It seems that it was consolidating like a spring, and then because everything was either moving up or down, any tickers, but AMD was not. It was keep consolidating. Market makers, yeah,
Yeah.
consolidate, makes, collect it, and then boom.
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. Just sat there for a while. Somebody bought it, or some algo, or some news. I don't know. Some algos got triggered. Obviously, a lot of them. I'm sure there was big volume. You guys have volume bars? That's about 10,
Yeah, it
15.
is. Yeah. There's a lot of volume. Yeah, it's started the
Yeah,
very first one. It was a
yeah,
giant volume coming.
yeah. Fantastic. But you know what's interesting more than anything else today? I think has been Nvidia just going through the levels very cleanly. Now, on a 30 minute, it was already extended before the open. So up here, I wouldn't get long. But if it came down a bit more, I would have said, all right, that's a long because the breakout happened, retest and go. So there was no real entry on my setup, but it went through all the levels. And on a 1 minute perspective, very clean. You had a 1 minute ORB there, got to the level, breakout, retest, go again, consolidate, breakout, retest, go again, consolidate, breakout. This might be a retest. This one's tricky because it already went a long way. But it's just fractal patterns, really, just repeating patterns all day. So that was really good price action. We were all over this in the session this morning, so that was fun. It's good to hear other people's perspectives. We have so many more opinions in there. We got Thor and the rest of the bootcamp group.
I
So
actually have a question about our daily sessions. So Thor said that he's gonna be here on Tuesday and Thursday.
mhm.
Uh, how about other days? Is it the other days is going to be with other moderators? So means every day we are gonna be with boot campers?
Yeah, we're gonna be with them every day. Yesterday was meant to be Brendan. Those other moderators keep rotating, but Brendan came and he didn't want to get on the mic. He told me if I want to do it, no big deal. So I told him whatever. If he wants to, he can come. So every day is someone else. So that's a good thing. We get that throughout the next what is it, 3 months or 2.5 months really. We're gonna get that exposure from everyone's opinions. It's so funny. In the end, you find it's all the same, but it's good to get the opinions. But Thor is regular twice a week, and everyone else rotates. So we have Megan, Lenny, Mike, Peter, Brendan. Andrew will pop in once in a while whenever he wants to. Um, Carlos, no, he won't come for live trading. He usually won't. Let me see. There's myself. I'm there every day. I think that's it, if I'm not mistaken.
So
Actually,
our
no.
session is going to be with somebody every day for the next 3 months, and that's what I'm trying to.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is. Yep. So we can get different perspectives and see different things. It's good. When we came up with this idea of merging the two live sessions, we have our live sessions and Bootcamp's live session. We came up with the idea of merging these. And it's like, all right, let's see what happens. Everyone could benefit, I think. Let's see. It's only been 2 days, so we'll see. Cool. Well, for now, I'm still waiting on a SPY breakout. It's super slow. I'll show you what I'm looking at. I mean, it might happen, but if it happens by the time I fall asleep, then I won't take it. So basically, it went up to this level. It's consolidating, got the high over there. That's that green line. So if it breaks out of that high, I'm going to see this as the consolidation. Even one candle is enough. And that break out and go up for the rest. So far, it's just kind of sitting there. Break that high, breakout retest. That's the entry. Nothing for a short on a 30 minute. There's nothing there to tell me go short. There was even a new high beyond that wick. So
hey, Avi, you'd be looking for a retest off that 587.91.
yeah,
Once it breaks through.
yeah, that's a very absolute high of the day so far. And you can see it's quite dramatic, right? It went up there and it pushed down. Hasn't even got back up there yet. So I know there's a massive seller sitting there, and that seller is going to want to protect his position, basically. So if the buyers break that and then test that and confirm that test, that's when I want to get in. And the stop will be just about below that to begin with and tighten it up.
So the retest should happen at 0.91, not the 0.44. The green, not the burgundy.
Yeah, I'm looking at that green area. Yep, that's the one. Because again, the burgundy is telling me an area. Now the candlestick is giving me more precision. This is telling me precisely the top. So I just put a line right there. That's the precise top for now. If it breaks that, that's when I'm interested. It's probably going to be a while. This was a big move already. You know, who knows? It may never go. And it's no point entering down here and then getting stopped out once or twice. Just wait for it to really break. And if it truly does, then it's worth putting the risk on. And at that point, if I stop out once or twice, it doesn't matter because I know the setup was okay. But going long below that, to my eyes, is still risky. Because it could just drop from here. I have no idea. So just got to wait for it.
You look at Tesla on the 5 minute, just put a huge doji.
Yeah, big hammer.
On the 8 minute candle. 8 a.m. candle.
Yeah, would anyone go long here after this one? What do you think? What do you all think?
I'm thinking no.
No.
No, why
There's
not?
two strike, giant candle and no room to the left. This was recently there.
Yeah, the giant candle is the first thing that came to my eyes. Yes, no room to the left. That's also there. Not a lot of room. I mean, for a reversal, it has to be in a downtrend and then put this candle after a tiny candle. This is not a downtrend. This is an uptrend. Look at this thing. So, no, I wouldn't look at this. I wouldn't do anything with this. Just wait for it. Looks like a decent double top after an uptrend, which may have ended here, may continue down. I don't know. This is scary. I'd be careful with this.
It may go up, but it's just a matter of sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. So it's just a matter of you don't know which day it's gonna go. So you cannot count on it. I used to take this, to be honest. I used to take this, but I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
300.5 is the key area they are talking about in Tesla. They broke out and then they rebroke out the same price exactly.
Which area?
So maybe they will 321.58 exactly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that high, the ORB. Yeah, I see it. Right there.
Goes the SPY.
Yeah, SPY is slow. It's just, this thing's going to put me to sleep before it gives me an opportunity. It's been doing that lately. It's like singing lullabies. Oh, man. Things are unusually strong today. It's like massive market recovery last couple of days, really.
And what call option do you take for that SPY, just as a curiosity, for these type of the day that has such a big move?
Yeah, this time of the day, if I'm getting long up here on 588, I'll take 587. That's the next one down. So in the money, I'm going, go in the money. Basically, the easy way to remember it is you're going away from the strike, you're in the money. You're going into the strike, you're out of the money, if that helps. But yeah, I want to be in the money if I get this set up. See, for now,
it's because it's already had a big move from the big morning. That's why you want?
Well, the setup?
No, I'm just saying why you're choosing that in the money 587. Just
I rarely go out of the money these days. Even if I was trading it here, getting in that 10, 15 minutes after the open, got this long, which normally I would have got this long, I would still go, with probably 583.
Okay.
Entering around 585, take 583 again. Look at this. It takes an hour to go. You're just going to sit with it, And there's no momentum, just pop and go, like Tesla's doing right now or what AMD just did a little bit ago. That was a pop. That was momentum. I don't see any momentum in this. I just don't see it. It's just going to grind slowly. So I want to be able to survive the grind, basically. Oh, man. Wow. It's already been a slow week yesterday and today. Yesterday, I didn't find anything. Fell asleep eventually. Today is shaping up.
Sorry.
Go
What's
ahead.
your reason for not taking the SPY around the open when it hit your level?
Because of this giant wick here earlier. This
Uh,
was messy. I don't know what this is. What's going to happen with this? It might go and pull back halfway. It might go. I have no idea. Actually, oddly enough, with this, I would be interested in a short down here. But it never went down there. But now breaking through that top and then breaking through the next top, that area is the strong area, I think. If it truly goes, I'll take that. But if you look at the 1 minute, even that wick that we're talking about, this one right here, was just market makers messing around, or some news came out at 8:30 or whatever. So it's a broken pattern, but I trade patterns, so I'm not going to trade a broken pattern. So no point. So I just leave that alone. Otherwise, this was perfect, man. Any other day, you guys have seen me take these all the time and just go. So, but not today.
I have
Anyway.
another question. So
Yeah.
when you first started, I don't know if you went through the same phase as over trading at the beginning. I feel like I'm going through that right now. Like, what are some tips that you have to help overcome that?
Yeah, over trading. I still struggle with that. Everyone struggles with that. As in, you get excited, you want to trade. But I think what's important is to understand why you're over trading. Now, there are a few typical things. One of them could be you took 1 or 2 stop outs early on, which is perfectly fine, but then you're a little frustrated. Then you jump into the next thing that's a half-baked setup. And that don't work because it's half-baked, And then you do that 5 more times. Now you've overtraded. So that could be one thing. Basically end up going Hulk in a way, which really was no reason for it. Or your other ways are you're trying to compensate for losses made previously, like last week, for example. Those are the most typical problems for overtrading. Other problems, other sources could be you're just too anxious to make money, you haven't really nailed down your back, and you just jump in live too early, and you don't really have a setup, so you're just kind of jumping in and out of everything. So that's overtrading. That's very typical in the first 1 year, 2 years even. So it's very important to find the source, I think, and to understand what are your triggers. What is triggering you? What is putting you in that emotional state where you're losing control of yourself? We're all adults here, so we have control of ourselves. We're not like 13-year-olds running on the street causing trouble, right? There's no one in this room doing that. So why can't you do it on the screen, basically? Same thing, right? So we got to understand our triggers. And once you understand that, at least just having the awareness of that is what I'm saying. Just being aware of it solves 90% of the problem of the emotional trigger. Now, on the technical side of it, what has tremendously helped me from overtrading is zooming out, going and leaning in on a bigger time frame, just a 30-minute chart. That's been massive. And the other things that have really, really stopped me from overtrading is it's actually the whole reason why I trade the way I do. Is I've removed all the triggers off the screen. Every single indicator has been removed because every indicator tells me get in, get out, get in, get out. And so once I remove them, I hardly get in and get out 3 times in a day on a regular day. So you can solve it with removing those physical triggers, which are in front of your eyes. But even that won't work unless you firstly understand and have an awareness, just having an awareness of what is emotionally triggering you. You can even just write it down, and keep it on your desk. I tend to get triggered when I'm in this state. Just knowing it. I'm not saying there's a solution to it, but 90% of it is solved just by being aware. It's like time and distance solves most problems. It's something like that. So, if you're struggling with that, dig in a little bit at the emotional level first, and then look at your strategy and see if there's something you may want to clean up on your charts. Something on your charts that you don't truly understand its purpose, but it's still sitting there and it's bugging you sometimes. It gets into your subconscious. Oh, look at that. There's volume there. You don't really know why you should consider it, but it's there. So let's go long. That happens a lot. So I think these are things you ought to explore. Hope that helps. I know it's a bit tricky, but that's a tough one. That's a tough problem, which has a tough solution. Really, it's multi-layered. I think usually is.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes my finger clicks the button to go in before I can properly process what's happening. Because I would be patient and set up. I would enter, but then as soon as it goes again a little bit, then I'm like, oh crap, I'm wrong. It's supposed to go the other way. Then I close it out and then immediately go the other direction without really giving myself adequate amount of time for the play to play out or to think about why am I going back in now.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one. Sometimes if it's something physical like that, you're gonna twitchy finger. Make it complicated for your finger to hit the button. Like you got to hit shift and click at the same time. That's a little bit of friction you've just added in. That'll help stop a few of the clicks. Just a silly little thing like that, having a dual
Also,
hotkey thing.
are you drinking coffee too? I
Oh
know
yes,
when I drink coffee, I'm pressing
that's
buttons.
that's a thing.
These days, decaf only.
Decaf, good. I can't stand decaf. I need coffee, otherwise I get upset. But yeah, you can't be but you got to be perfectly balanced when you come to trade. Okay, you can't be over caffeinated or exhausted or any of those sorts of things. You can't be upset with something else going on in your life. You're gonna mess up your decisions in trading. That I can guarantee. So of course, those are bigger picture things. Get that cleared up before you even show up. That's first, and then you have more nuanced problems to work on. But really, if you're trigger happy, put friction on your keyboard, as in make sure you have a multiple button way to click something. It's not just one click and you're in. You can set up your hotkeys like that. That's one of the reasons to do it. So
Avi,
I think they need to switch to hotkeys instead of just using buttons.
yeah, use it. So you got shift 2 or whatever. You can use all that. But the Stream Deck and stuff, that's tricky. I don't like all that. I think it's too much. It was Rachel. Your voice keeps cutting out a bit, so see if you want to fix that. Where's the spy now? I might not trade this all week just because it's so boring. It's just nothing wants to go anywhere for me.
Can I share my experience with overtrading? If you're
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I was a new trader, and I'm a new trader. When I started early, what I was doing was just I had the temptation to jump in a trade, and I was usually losing at the beginning. So the first 2-3 trades was losing, and it was just trigger me to do a revenge trading. I call it revenge trading, and that's why I wanted to bring the money back. But then I realized that I was consulting with Megan, and Megan was saying that maybe you have to start doing the trading at the pre-market, have that, make sure that those temptation is all done, and then continue. Or maybe another scenario is just do it in simulations, and then see whether if you want to do it in simulations and then continue the actual ones in life. Because sometimes you have a temptation, I want to click. So, but it's just a matter of I put those all aside, and I realized I reviewed the trade that I'm losing, and I realized that majority of the time my loss is that the first 15 minutes, for the first 30 minutes. So each person is different from the other ones. I normally don't trade at the first 15 minutes nowadays, but sometimes I take it if I see the true setup. But I'm saying that one of the reason for overtraining for myself was revenge trading. So like you mentioned, you have to analyze it, see why are you doing it, and then review the past. Then you see how we can do next in the future.
Yeah, very good point. Revenge trading, and that we all get caught up in that, especially in the first few years, and when you scale up, that gets scary. But yeah, good. You're aware of it, and
Hey, Avi, your voice is also going or coming on and off.
Yeah, it's cutting. We don't hear you.
Mike issue once more.
Okay, there you're back.
Okay, back, and that's the other mic. Put the correct mic on.
It's very low voice.
Yeah. All right. Good now.
No.
Back. No.
We hear you, but the quality is low.
All right. There we go. Better? Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
Not
you're on the
really.
wrong mic.
All right.
Okay, buy another one.
Time.
Ask Nathan. He's got like a radio host one.
When is your birthday, Avi? We can buy you one.
Oh shit! All right, I turned down the gain here. I'll go back to the old one. I don't know what this thing is years old.
We don't hear you.
No. Yes. No. No.
Very
No.
distant. Very distant.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see. All right, the microphone is out of service. I'm gonna have to go with the webcam mic. I know it's weak, but turn your volume up. I'll find a new one tomorrow. Shit.
It's not that bad. It's okay, but it's not like the one. But it's okay.
All right. I'll find a new one tomorrow. This thing's probably broken. It's old. Anyways, we were saying what Megan was saying about getting it out of the way in the pre-market or before the market opens. That's really important. I do that a lot. I mean, I trade in the evening, 5 o'clock, right? So before I trade, I make sure I've slept well, I've had good nutrition, I've had a tremendous amount of selectivity.
No.
So you do that.
Sweetie, it is a pleasure to teach me PE at Grandview Prep for the second year.
Pascal, you got a hot mic.
I'm sorry. Yeah, was that?
Alrighty.
Avi, I think that you stopped sharing your screen.
Yeah, I'll share again.
Thank you.
The recording is still on. Yeah, it's on. Good. Yeah, I left and came back. That's why. What am I looking at? All right. Anyways, go ahead, Piyush. Yeah.
Yeah, just my 2 cents on the existing conversation about avoiding these impulse or revenge trades. Part of my routine before market, it's very quick. I have flashcards of my entries. I have flashcards of my most common errors. And then I'll sim for 5 to 10 minutes. And that pretty much takes care of, I mean, that's helped me out a lot. It's kind of like basketball. You see pro basketball players go to their spots on the court. God knows how many of those shots before the game starts.
Yeah. That's great. Good point. You have the flashcards giving you good reminders, and that's good practice. Never thought of that. Try that, yeah. Thanks. There you go, guys. Lots of good suggestions in here.
If I might share my take on this also, beside the others, I use market and limit orders, right, for different things. But for some time, for a long time, I use stop limit orders. So if I want to get an entry, I put the stop limit order where I want to enter, so I have at least 5 to 10 seconds to rethink about it. If it was really something that I didn't want to jump in, I just remove the order. Maybe that's something also can help for the newbies as well. Don't go for market orders, go for stop limit, where you have really calculated move, you know where is your entry, put your stop limit order there, and then think about it for the next maybe even minutes before you get your entry. You see Avi always, like when he gets to his level, say if it go across that level, then I will enter. Make it a stop limit order and do it.
That's good. Yeah, give yourself a little extra minute. Yeah, I like it.
Can you use the stop limit for going long and short?
Yeah, you can do that, right?
Okay. I've never tried, so I'll have to try it out. Thank you for sharing, guys.
Yeah.
So I've just entered long on the SPY, small size. I'm scaling it in slowly. It's not an ideal setup. I'm trying to wait for more confirmation to get into a full risk position. It's messy. As it broke out, I got some. As it bounced off, I got some. It stops down below the candle. It's still decently wide. But I want to catch a good tight full size at some point soon. It's quite bullish so far, but we'll see. Good thing this happened before I fell asleep, huh? Got to this level. And I've taken the 587 call option, so very nicely in the money. So I'm putting time on my side a little bit. I scaled in a touch more. This is going to take a bit. Anyways, while we're doing this, what else, guys? What else you want to talk about? Overtrading is a great subject. I mean, there's so much in that. So share whatever you'd like to share your experiences. You know, it's good. So everyone has different experiences. Whatever mine were or are is very different to everyone else. Yeah, I have my trade book, you know, and on my table, and I read it before I start trading every day, which is hardly 3 seconds. So that helps me.
Yeah, I had Avi about the overtrading. Very similar to what Askar said. I would, for a long time, I had this streak where every first trade I took was red. So to remedy that, I started the day out in sim. every almost a year, and I would record those trades as if they were real to see where I was screwing up, and that really helped me too. And the other thing that I started doing is I was overtrading because I was getting poor entries. I was always early most of the time. So I started thinking about, like, how different people trade and whatnot, and where I was entering. I found the confidence to lower my entry to where retail, quote unquote, puts their stops. That's where I'm looking to get in. So that kind of, it makes me wait for a lower area, which is a better entry.
That's a good one. Yeah, first trade is a loser, so you just do it in the sim, but do it as if it's real. That's a tricky one. How do you trade as if it's real when it's not real money? So that's tough. But yeah, man, good. I like that. I've never done that before. That works. I took the stop out here on SPY. I'm waiting for another entry to enter on that candle that just dropped. Oh, this is going to be a slow one before it wants to go.
Avi, when you have a moment, can you go over the steps again on how to toggle the screens between you and Thor? Because when I unpin his screen, I still couldn't get the option to see your screen. So I guess I'm just not really understanding the steps on how to do it, or maybe I missed a step.
Yeah, no worries. So if you see my screen now, and you put your mouse over it, you'll have a few options that'll pop up in the middle of the screen. Mm-hmm. And one of them, the leftmost option, is a pin. So pin, I see that. Yeah, so when you pin that, you'll see this screen and no other. When you unpin it, then it'll just become one of the many screens. So whatever screen, usually if I'm sharing and then Thor comes on and he starts sharing after me, the software will automatically pin his screen. And then you got to unpin his screen, and that way, then you'll be able to pin my screen. You'll be able to see all the whole tile, of everything. That's the tricky thing. I think Shane's got insight on this. Yeah, Shane, you want to share on this?
Yeah, so what kept happening to me was you had to go down to the two people in the bottom right. You could click that, and then you can scroll down to Avi's presentation, and then the three dots on it, you can hit pin or unpin. Because it was getting lost. There were so many people in the room, it was getting lost in the background where you see everybody. So I was trying to send that in the chat because I noticed everybody was having the same problem. But yeah, I think maybe you had it on a big monitor so you could see everything, but I'm just on a small laptop, so I can only see, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 things.
Right. Okay, so scroll to the bottom. But yeah, I feel like that's probably my problem. So versus people and scroll to the bottom, you said? I'll try that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're looking for Avi's presentation or whatever it said.
Well, you'll see it on the right-hand side. We see the whole list of people.
Uh-huh.
Then you can see near the top, you'll see whoever's presenting, you'll be able to click on there. It shows presentation or presenting. If you look at it right now, it'll show that I'm presenting. And you'll see the whole list of people in alphabetical order.
All right,
yeah, at the bottom left, you got to click that little icon that shows 2 heads, 2 people next to each other.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Yeah, click on that, then you'll have the list of people in this room right now. And at the very top, you'll see whoever's presenting. You can click on my screen there. And that's what Shane's been talking about.
Oh, okay, so from that list, then I can pin or unpin.
That should do it.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, Avi, as we're in the candlestick session, I was wondering, someone possibly, I think it was yesterday, something about the value gap. You know, that one, like, between the wick of the first and the third candle. Are you using it?
I don't even know what that is. I've never come across it. I know people talk about it. I have never taken the time to understand what that
the
is.
fair value gap.
Yeah. Anyone in here know about this? I have no idea. It sounds like something Jared would know about.
Yeah, it's like there is a kind of, it's like you have to measure a level from the wick from the first candle compared to the third one. And if it makes a gap, then you somehow fill out the space, and it gives you some, I don't know, some clue.
Maybe, yeah.
You could call on the SPY a fair value gap. It pushed up from one level to another. It pulled back a little bit. It's reevaluating the market at that 587.80 level. so they can push through 588 again. I mean, depends on what time frame you're looking at, to be honest.
On that chart, you have Avi, the 1049 candle. That three candle pattern is a fair value gap.
Which one? Where's that?
1049, 1050, 1051. You see how the first that hammer, then there's that imbalance. I call it an imbalance, and then there's the third candle, that red little hammer. There has to be a gap between the wick of candle 3 and the low of candle 3 and the high of candle 1. So candle 2, there's that one body with no price action to the left or right of it.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting.
So you don't believe that does it give you like kind of a trend or something?
It's supposed to show imbalance, and the idea is that the problem with it is that there's so many of them, especially the lower in time frame you go. They're supposed to be more reliable in higher time frames, and it's supposed to be like the stepping in of bigger money, that when price returns to that imbalance, price has to return to it to rebalance it. That's why the price should bounce at that level. That's the theory behind it. I've never really tested it.
Yeah, that should bounce that level up or down, whatever.
Whichever, yeah. If it's bullish and up and bear and then down, but I personally wouldn't use them on anything lower than a 15 because the 5 and 1, it's too there's too many false signals, and there's so many of them. Every 5 minutes you're getting one.
Mm-hmm. Does it make sense for you, Avi?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of complexity without much reward. So no.
That's what that's why I never used them.
Talking about wicks on candles, 1 minute candles, and you're looking at the wicks on 1 minute candles, drive me nuts. Forget it. Just look at 30-minute charts. Much easier. Too many details.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Still trying to get into a good size here on the SPY. This thing's just messing around. I've taken a entry very small so far, and waiting for this thing to give me some bullish confirmation. It's a tricky area. Once it goes from here, it'll be good. Unfortunate part is this is 0 DTE options, so it's going to take a bit. There we go. A little jump. Okay, there we go. Now we're rocking a little higher low. There's the momentum. You see that little momentum coming? You can tell the difference there. New highs. I like to look at that.
PLTR had some pretty decent moves, but it just had too much consolidation this morning for me to trust it to go higher.
Yeah, PLTR is wild. I mean, it's been putting in a lot of moves lately, and it's not one of those Mag 7 $1 trillion stocks. I don't even know. I don't know how to trust things like that. Anyways, with options, I don't trust it. But for those, you just want to look at volatility plays, momentum, get in, and when the momentum's gone, you're out. I think it's good for that sort of stuff. It has been very good for that recently. But
with a fairly decent stop loss, and between 10 and 11, you had a fairly decent, reasonable stop loss, and you held your position. You hit multiple targets.
There you go. That's the thing about scalping. You can always keep some on the table a fair bit more. A lot of people don't do that enough, I think. Start scalping too much, too many partials. That's what I find with scalping. It's hard to know when. That's the hard part. It's really tricky. Again, recently PLTR has been putting in trending moves. I mean, really good, big trending moves, right? Last few days, we've been seeing a lot of that. Here we go. Another high on the SPY. Let's go. Close now. Man, this is slow. I miss trading the open. I really do. Wish I took that long earlier, but it's just not in my trade book. Now, this is perfectly in my trade book, this long here. But it takes 15 minutes just to scale into it because of the time of day and the way it behaves.
Can you say again, Avi, why you draw that green line that was on the previous high?
Yeah, this is just highs. That high over there, and then you had that high earlier in the day. That's it. I'm just looking at these highs. I'm looking to break through these highs. It just did a moment ago. And that was with a lot of momentum, so that was interesting. Looked like a lot of buyers were very aggressive, but if they can continue holding, those buyers are still there. They haven't been negated yet. They've been pushed up further on the second candle, right? You see that the wick on this hammer? So I'm watching this battle between buyers and sellers. And so far, the buyers are good. They're winning. pushing new highs, and these lows are getting higher. So it's all in a good, in a good place. You got to find a way to really put some size on it, because it could easily jump around and stop out. I already took one stop a little earlier, trying to not scale in too fast and get stopped on the next pullback.
Which contract did you say you bought?
587.
Okay.
So in the money, which helps with time. And it's the only way to do it now. I don't anticipate momentum coming into this. I think it's going to be a slow one. It's still slow. There's an ascending wedge now. Tiny one, really. 588. Oh, come on.
Yeah, the trading terminal webinar was cool because I'm aware of options and call and puts and stuff, but it was cool to see like a strategy with it.
Yeah. It's cool, man. And the thing is, that can be applied to any strategy. When you're day trading, you have a strategy that tells you to go long or to go short. You can buy calls or buy puts. But again, you got to be good with your strategy before you start leveraging it up. That's the whole point of it. So that's the idea I was trying to share. You can leverage up options for intraday trading. It's not just massive condors and stuff like that. But anyways, I got to say that's the most dangerous webinar ever, because it's telling people how to leverage up, and people are usually desperate for that.
Has it been uploaded, Avi?
Yeah, it's been uploaded. It was up yesterday. I haven't checked it.
So where's that? Trading terminal? Any section?
It's a trading terminal. I don't know which section. But take a look. Take a look and tell me. It's if you look at the link that I've got there in our announcements tab in the pin post.
Yeah, you did. When was it? Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
I haven't seen it.
Look at the announcements. Look at the pin post where you have my link with all my information there.
Okay.
The bottom ones will take you to all the webinar sections within Trading Terminal. And it's in one of those. I think there's 2 webinar sections now. Don't ask me the difference. I haven't looked into it. I have no idea. But it's there. There we go. So about that little pullback. Now let's see this new 1 minute, this higher 1 minute low. Let's see that work out. There we go. You see how tricky the SPY is? It's just so slow. Any other ticker would have gone by now or stopped out by now, not the SPY. It's almost as if you got to go the other way. When it's going down, you buy long. So it's a funny thing on the SPY. Oh, man. I'm not seeing any reversal indications up here. Nothing at all. There you go, Ara. In the money, out the money. Yeah. I'm always aware of that. As an options trader, you got to be super aware of that. Especially, it's more significant when you're doing 0 DTE, which is it's another ball game on its own. I say just late in the day trading is a lot more difficult than taking a setup early, just because of this. You see what's happening on the SPY? Very hard to just hold on to it while it gets ready to go or stop out. Either way. But early in the day, within a couple of minutes, you have a resolution. But over here, you sit here for hours like this. What time is it? 11:30, 11:40. Yeah, slow. Anyways, let me know what y'all want to talk about while we're here. I'm just watching this position very, very closely. Try and add in when I get a chance.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is.
Anyone be able to find it? Has anyone found it? Anyone here? I'll take a look in a minute. Let me get through this little tricky period in the trade.
Sure.
There we go. It's holding above that bigger high earlier. Right there. That was a good sign. It's got to break out. That's the key. So 30-minute charts is all bullish on the SPY. Good little consolidation, very positive consolidation. Oh, there it goes. Is there a new high now? Yes, no, maybe. No. See that it's pushing up to its highs, but that's where the sellers are. Once truly break through with some force, aggression, and then I have conviction to put on the size and bring the stop in tighter. But not yet. There we go. All right, you got the link. Let's go look at the chat here. All right, got the link to the webinar.
Thanks, Ara. Got it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ray.
Hey, Avi, question. Where did you post the your little napkin sketch of your 4 different setups?
In my notebook, right here.
I thought, no, you had pinned it. You had put an image of it.
I did. It was in, I believe, somewhere in the general or announcements. I'll put it up. I think I'll put it up in the forum. Do we have a trade book section in the forum? I think we do.
I think you had created.
You made one.
Yeah, I think that's the right place for this.
Yeah.
Let me get this trade a bit, and I'll take a new picture. I need to make a new one, anyways. That thing's got scribbles all over it now. I'll make a new one right now in the next couple of minutes, and you can put it up.
Yeah, you should pin your post. That way, your post your little get kind of highlight.
Yeah, I should. Thanks for the reminder. All right, there we go. We're in this. Let's go. Oh no, it's gonna go without me. All right, fine. No big deal. I got enough. It's enough. It's not ideal. I'm waiting for a pullback and add more. Add more. There's, you see that aggression now? I'm trying to push it up to 3,000. I have 2.8. 2.8. Okay, that's good. And oh, that's max buying power. There we go. That's a good thing about taking cash out of your account, is you limit your buying power. Get too heavy. All right, we're on our way. I hope. Don't know anything, but let's see. Still got to put a stop in. 164. And the target. This is what all-time high areas.
I was in the same trade. It was nerve-wracking, just sitting for 7-8 minutes, just do nothing.
And it still will pull back and retest most likely.
Yeah.
It sucks. So my target is 591. All right, let's go. Let's. Gosh, I'm unusually tired. I don't even know what's going on with me. This week is weird.
Angry dice was enough for me. I'm tired.
Yeah, I can feel
My
exhausted.
brain is exhausted.
It's exhausting, man. This business is a pain.
No, I was in the Apple trade, and then first in the morning as well, and then my energy is just gone.
Exactly. Yeah. Fair
I
enough.
had to actually stop trading. Yeah.
You got to be super aware of your stamina and your mental capital levels. Like, if you're not there, you're not there. That's very critical. Otherwise, you're just going to blow it all up.
Since you're in the safe zone, just one thing. It was interesting that when you were sharing your screen before this bootcamp come with us, my chart was matching with yours. But in the morning, what I noticed was the chart that you were showing was 1 second behind. So when you were talking about those, it was interesting that I already saw it before.
Really?
Now it's matching, but morning it was not.
That's amazing. I did have a little trouble with DOS this morning. I found it slow in the first couple of minutes, and it stabilized. Don't know if that did it stabilize later, or was it like that the whole session?
No, it wasn't. The whole and I was not watching your screen because it was confusing to me in the morning. I was looking at mine because I realized that yours was behind. So that was confusing. So, but now it's just perfectly matching.
Wow.
I look at the time because right now you do not have the time shared, but in the previous one, the time was matching, and that's how I found that there was 1 second of delay.
Really? And you noticed on the clock, huh?
It was. I saw it in the clock. Yes, I was matching my clock with your clock. It was 1 second behind.
Well, that's good to know. If we're having that problem, we got to figure that out right away.
Yeah.
And let the guys know, because that's not acceptable. We're trading live and not doing YouTube stuff. Here comes a stop out. Is it? No. Yes. No. Almost there. It's almost hitting the stop. No? Hit? No, hit. Not yet. It's bouncing right there. Get that. No, that's the stop button. Hit. Come on, liquidate. It won't liquidate fully. That's the problem. Come on. Still won't liquidate the whole position.
Liquidation is a problem. I had a problem with liquidation as well. When even it was at top.
Yeah. There we go. Come on. Yeah, it is a problem. I'm struggling. I'm stuck with 1,700 contracts. I won't go. Oh, come on. Go the other way. That's the dangerous point about it. Okay. I can hit the emergency button, but that's not necessary yet. Huh. There it is. Okay. Got the majority out and the last bit. Oh, that sucks. I ended up with like losing twice as much as I planned on that stop out. Anyways, no big deal. It'll set up again. So as good as taking another stop. All right. So for now, it doesn't want to go. Let it be. Anyways, where were we? We're talking about sketches,
Time.
right?
Yeah, no, just that there was a difference between the time of the boot camp session versus ours.
Yeah. So good you told me. You know what? Tomorrow when we do it, tell me again if it's really
Sure.
like.
I will watch it. I will tell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was seeing, for example, in NVIDIA, there was a price action that was going actually down, and I was seeing that it was going up. You were saying that it's going down, and I said it's going up. That's how I caught it. But then I just said, okay, I think it's not reliable. So
Yeah. No, you gotta be.
I will catch it tomorrow if it was the same.
Let me know. Let me know for sure. For sure. Okay, let me withdraw these things. Yeah. Well, we gotta fix that.
And when you had a chance, check Tesla because we want to talk about that 5 minutes that we spoke, that 5 minute week on the Tesla.
Okay, yeah, we got time.
You remember that we talked about that 5 minute week that someone was saying it's not moving. So it didn't move. That's why I'm saying it's not reliable.
It's not reliable. Yep. Not here. Not in this case.
Yes.
You know, it's just not. We're still holding above at the moment, but yeah, you can't put a trade on that. So, all right. Man, Piyush, you got me doing sketches. You know what? I'm going to give my kids this with crayons and let them draw candlestick patterns in. Make life easier. Start them early. That's right.
You get your kids trading like you in 3 years and you'll be done.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Get them in the game. All right, what is this now? I'm still watching this price action on the SPY. Let me know what else we want to look at, guys. I'm just trying to scale into this thing. It's a real pain in the butt. But let me know what else you want to talk about while we're here. And I'll do this little drawing as well while we're here. Tesla's a mess. Everything's a bit of a mess. What was actually interesting today at the open, I mean, Thor was talking about the levels and the book map, and turns out it was pretty much the same as what I was looking at. It got to, I believe, this level here. That would be a target for me. And that's what Thor was saying is that's pretty much a target area where suddenly it got there and everything changed in his perspective. The level 2 and the map, not the map, the tape, the bubbles, all that fun stuff changed, right? And you can see how it pulled back from there. And then later on it pushed up. But what was interesting is we basically ended up in the same place around this 128 area on 2 completely different methods. So, good to know these sorts of things.
Avi, I had your sketch. I sent you a one-on-one message. I didn't want to put it in a trade book because people might be confused that it's mine. So I sent you a one-on-one message so you can grab that and then just you can put it there.
Awesome.
I did the same thing.
All right, beautiful. Thanks, guys. Oh, you found it. Good. Okay, what's new with this? Wow. Why does my sketch look a lot dirtier than yours? Been scribbling on
this is the sketch that I heard that it's yours that I kept on my desktop.
Oh shit! All right, I can redo it. I gotta add 1 or 2 little things. Still watching this ugly price action. It's gonna take a while. Actually, I gotta change the lines now. There's a pretty dramatic high, 588.44 on the SPY. All right. Let's draw this.
Abby, I'm not in the mood to take any trade, but I'm just looking at AMD just for myself. When it's sitting between those two lines for a long time, what do you think of? Especially when it has a big move.
Yeah.
Yeah. NVIDIA is just keep going up, and AMD is just going to another. Go to the 1 minute. Go to the 1 minute, and you see that. And then you can go back to the 30 minutes. Yeah, it's just acting the same.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I do the 30-minute first, and right here, there's nothing in it. There's nothing. Why would you touch this?
Okay.
There's nothing here. You don't want to play with this thing.
Okay.
It's a mess.
Understand.
It's going up. I mean, you're gonna end up long somewhere here in the middle of a 30-minute candlestick. The 30-minute better be good, and then you have an opportunity. So 30 minutes no good. Don't look at it. I mean, that's what I do. That's what keeps me away from all of this stuff. I don't have to look at the 1 minute and hurt myself. So it's just gone. It's up there somewhere. There's no consolidation to go on long after, and there's no reversal to go with. There's nothing here.
And there is no good RVR because this is getting close to the ATR, which is 113. So even if we get in, there is no RVR.
If you believe in ATRs.
I do. For some trades. Some trades.
Okay.
Yeah, if for example, if it comes to the ATR, let's just put it this way. If it comes to the ATR, and I see that there is, for example, an R6 or an S6, because I'm using pivots as well, and I see that the setup is there, and I see that ATR is exhausted, so I take a reversal, but not here, because I see here is a very strong stock, and I don't want to stand in front of a strong river.
Right.
So it's depend on the strategy, like you mentioned.
Yep, it's all on strategy again. If that's a part of your calculation, then stay the hell away from it. Personally, I've used ATR in the past, and I stopped because I can never get it right. It always goes more or less than the ATR that I tend to calculate, and then so I'm like, why should I be bothered with it? So yeah, just let it be. Don't really need to do much.
So Avi, I have a question about the SPY. Like you did not keep the first trade when the first time broke that Fibonacci level just because there was no consolidation there, I'm thinking, right?
Oh, I mean earlier today?
Yes, on the 1 minute.
That was because of the pre-market. It was a mess. Here, there's a big. See that big wick on the pre-market? That was scary.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about when the first time broke that high there, like there's a candle without consolidation on 1 minute.
Oh yeah.
So if you go back, right there.
Yeah.
You did mark that high, but you did not take that trade just because there was like no entry, consolidation or anything?
No, this one I didn't take it because on a 30-minute, look, it's 10:15. It's the second 30-minute candle. Look at it.
Okay, so there was no consolidation there.
And it's on a 30-minute. This was just one big candle, and a second big candle was up here at the time. I'm not going to turn up here just chasing a 30-minute chart.
Okay, but you did mark that high on 1 minute, and now you were more going for that Fibonacci level as an area, and that high was what you were waiting to break. Yep. Okay, so does it say that it's a little bit farther out from the Fibonacci level, or it's fine the way it was?
Look at the RVR; it's still right next to it. You got 591.
All right.
It's way out there. It's
I gotta keep reminding myself that 30 minutes is your first chart. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, 30 minutes first. Everything is there. Don't waste your time on the 1 minute; you'll get broken. Really, don't do that. And you'll be all right with the 30-minute. Keeps me out of a lot of trouble, Okay, so I did all these sketches. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's one more. Actually, no, there's only 2 trades I really take these days. All right, let's see. I'll just do it this way. Oh, I made a mess of this. I gotta draw this again. Man, can somebody draw better than me? I'm the worst. I'm drawing all over my fingers by mistake. It's freaking annoying. But let me see.
Take a screenshot and give it to AI. They'll give you a picture.
Oh, that's the best. Do that. I love it. You get great ideas. Shit. Yeah. No, there's better ways to. I've got to find a way not to draw this. There's a better way to do it. I've actually got real-time price action to work with and put them in a bit of a PDF. That'll be much easier. You know what? I'll put this on my list for tomorrow morning. I'll spend some time and get this done. This will make things a lot easier for everybody. All right, there we go. Got that done. All right, what is with the SPY now? Still coming down. Not coming down. Don't know what it wants. All right. Well, that is noon already. What else is on your mind, guys? Anything specific? Overtrading was a very good topic. Very important to discuss that. Can't see nothing up here. Anyone else got anything else on your minds? All quiet. Everyone know what you're doing? No? Yes? It's funny. We created that forum
Doing
because
nothing.
of questions. And nothing.
Avi, would you short SPY from here? Like it's on the 30-minute short coming down. It's like see the candle, the 11:30 candle is like an inverse hammer.
You short it just because it's coming down?
No, because of the candle as well. This one.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. This is not in my trade book. To
Okay.
short it here, because this is not a massive reverse hammer. I mean, it's a good move up and small consolidation candles. Then if it put a massive long tail reverse hammer, then I would be very serious about the short. Here, no, there's nothing. There's nothing in it to short. There's no setup. It might go down. I don't know. But the setup is not there.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Avi.
Yeah. What do we have? There's still nothing in it. All right, anyone else? Time's about 8 o'clock over here. Everyone good? What we'll do is tomorrow again, same morning session, and then it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So I'll be doing the 11 a.m. session in the BBT Elite BBT webinar room for the Elite members. And then we're back to our everyday schedule. We're all good. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Take care of that overtrading, guys. Seriously, that's the big one.
Thank you.
Have a
Have a
good
good
day.
day.
Take it easy, guys. Talk to you all soon.